What's up guys? In this video we're going to break down the real cost of living in Red Deer, Alberta. Welcome to the channel guys, or welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here guys and you want to see more videos on what it's like to live in Red Deer or the surrounding area, please hit the subscribe button, smash that bell so you're notified when I put out a new video.
Smash.
And guys, as much as I love making these videos, I love helping out even more with your real estate needs. I am a licensed realtor here in the area, so if you do have any questions, maybe you're thinking of moving here or you already live here and just need some help navigating through that process, feel free to reach out to me any way you like, phone, text, email, whatever you want. Would love to help you guys out. All right, with that being said, cost of living, Red Deer, Alberta. Let's go. All right, let's start with one of the first questions that I always get asked guys, and that's what does it cost to own a home in Red Deer? So far in 2021, the average home price is around $380,000. The median home price is about $355,000. Now I tend to gravitate towards the median home price because the average home price can be skewed. If more expensive homes have sold recently, the average is going to be much higher, and vice versa. If less expensive homes have sold, the average is going to be much lower.
Are you sure?
So I like to stay around that median home price, which is $355,000 right now in 2021.
Dude, bro. Dude.
If we want to add some context to that, the average home price in Canada right now is around $800,000. Now, those are driven up by Vancouver and Toronto, which are very expensive markets. The median home price in Calgary right now is about $520,000, with the median home price in Edmonton being about $458,000. So super affordable housing here. I just helped some clients move to the area recently. They relocated here from Calgary where they weren't able to afford the home that they wanted, so they were renting a 2-bedroom apartment. They were super stoked that they were able to get into a 2019 1,200 square foot bi-level, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. So if you are relocating here or thinking of moving here, you can look forward to some really affordable housing. All right, we've talked about owning a home, so let's take a look at what it costs to rent in Red Deer. Now I've mentioned this in other videos, but Red Deer is one of the best places in the country for the lowest monthly rental averages. So this is really good news guys if you're a real estate investor, or maybe you're going to college here and you need to rent. Or if you're relocating here and you want to scope out the area before you decide where you're going to buy your home and you got to rent for a little while. And yes, the numbers have changed a little bit from 2 weeks ago, but let's break them down again. The cost to rent a 1-bedroom apartment is $785 a month. The cost for a 2-bedroom apartment is $936 a month. And if you're looking at renting a 3-bedroom home, you're going to spend approximately $1,250 a month. So if you are needing to rent, you can expect some really good rental rates here in Red Deer. Okay, we've looked at owning a home and we've talked about renting. Now let's take a look at what it costs for utilities. Now, obviously, in the wintertime, it gets cold here. So you can expect to spend a little bit more money in the colder winter months. So as a reference point, on average, you can look to spend around $250 to $350 per month in the wintertime and around $100 to $200 per month in the summertime for your electricity and gas bill. Now, depending on the type of house you live in as well, that can affect how much air conditioning you're using in the summertime. I know when I lived in a 2-story, when all the bedrooms were up on the top level, I can't stand being hot when I'm trying to sleep, so I had the air conditioning going all the time. And now that I live in a bungalow, I actually don't even have air conditioning because I don't need it. So lots of variables to consider when you're looking at your electricity and gas bill, but this is a good reference point to start from. And on top of that, you can add roughly $70 to $110 a month for water, sewer, and waste collection. Now, if you're looking for just typical high-speed internet, the average here in Red Deer is about $80 per month. The major service providers are Shaw and TELUS, and most of the providers will offer discounts if you bundle your packages together, like TV, phone, internet, and that'll usually run you around $120 to $180 per month. Okay, now let's look at one of my favorite topics, and that's the price of food here in Red Deer. So we'll start with groceries, and I'm not gonna break down and give you a list of what each thing's cost as far as like bread, meat, eggs, because that's super boring and I don't want to put you guys to sleep. But Red Deer is right on par with the provincial average according to Stats Canada, where the average person spends $200 per person per month. Now we have a wide variety of grocery stores here in Red Deer. If you're just the average Joe, not looking to spend a lot of money, trying to save as much as you can, there's Walmart, there's Safeway, there's No Frills. But if you're like me, who's kind of a health nut, you're looking for some super high-end foods, some organic foods. Save On Foods has a really good organic section, but one of my absolute favorites in Red Deer is Pure Earth Organics. If you guys do decide to relocate here or move here, you have to check this place out. They bake these amazing healthy cookies, especially the pumpkin chocolate chip one, which has all healthy ingredients in it, so you can eat as many as you want, and they are absolutely delicious. Now, maybe you're looking to go grab some dinner, maybe it's date night with a significant other. Red Deer does have a lot of really good restaurants. One of my favorites is Brown's Social House, but your typical appy, main dish, maybe a couple of drinks is gonna run you about $70. If you're looking for a chill night, maybe you're gonna stay in, grab a pizza, you can definitely get 2 people fed for under 40 bucks. Now, if you wanna take in a movie after dinner, we have 2 options in Red Deer. We have the cheaper theater, which is Carnival Cinemas, and then we have Galaxy Cinemas. At Galaxy, it's gonna cost you $12.99 per person to watch a movie.
Doggy.
And at Carnival Cinemas, it's $5 per person. So depending on your taste, a couple good options there to choose from. All right, let's take a look at transportation and how you're gonna get around the city. Red Deer does have a public transit system, which costs $72.50 per month for an adult, or you can pay each time you wanna get on the bus, which is $2.50. There are discounts for seniors and youth and students at $62 per month or $2.25 per ride. Now, I've never rode the bus in Red Deer, but my brother rides them all the time and he complains that they don't run late enough. Having a car is obviously a huge asset. Red Deer does have a lot of walking trails that you could probably walk or bike to work, but when it gets cold in the wintertime, it's probably not the best idea. So if you do own a car, you're gonna wanna know what gas prices are. Even though they've gone up quite a bit over the last couple months, Alberta is still the lowest in the country right now at 125.9 cents per liter, with the cheapest prices usually being at Co-op or Costco. Costco right now is sitting at 119.9 and Co-op is at 118.9. So even though they are high, it's still lower than the rest of the country.
I can get 70 miles to the gallon on this hog.
All right, let's move on to the next one on the list. And if you do have kids, you're gonna wanna know what childcare costs are. Now, there is quite a range from day home to day home. Some of them offer subsidies for certain families if you're eligible. But when my kids were going to day home, and this is pretty average for most of Red Deer, you're gonna spend about $35 per day per child. Just do your due diligence. You don't want them ending up in a day home like this one.
Reagan, stop. You're gonna make yourself dizzy.
All right, let's take a look at the more boring stuff, but still super important, and that's taxes. So let's start with property taxes, and the residential property tax rate isn't set until the end of May every year, so we're not quite there yet. But last year in 2020, the residential property tax rate was 0.98%, and I will update this video when the new one comes out for 2021. But if we look at the median price of a home in Red Deer, which is about $255,000, you're gonna spend approximately $3,500 per year for property taxes. Now, obviously, that depends on your home and some other variables, but that's a good reference point to start from. There's only 4 provinces in Canada that don't charge provincial sales tax. Alberta is one of them. Here in Alberta, you're only going to be charged 5% for GST. Now let's take a quick look at income taxes here in Alberta, which are some of the best in the country. Here in Alberta, you will not be taxed until you're making over $19,369 per year, which is by far the most generous in the country. If you make more than that, you're only going to be taxed 10% up to $131,000. And for high income earners, the tax rate caps out at 15%. So I'll throw some numbers up here so you guys can see where you fall in the tax brackets. And keep in mind that you only pay taxes on the portion of the income that's actually in that tax bracket. So Alberta really is one of the best places to live from a tax perspective. And lastly, guys, I'll just quickly touch on healthcare. Alberta does have a publicly funded healthcare system called the Alberta Healthcare Insurance Plan. And that just guarantees that permanent residents of Alberta do receive free access to medically necessary hospital and healthcare services. So if you aren't eligible for Alberta healthcare, you may want to look at getting some private insurance, as a routine visit to a walk-in clinic can run you upwards of $100. Okay guys, that's it for the cost of living in Red Deer, Alberta. If there's anything else you'd like covered, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video or you want to see more videos about living in Red Deer or the surrounding area, please hit the subscribe button, click the bell so you're notified when I put out a new video. And if you do have any questions whatsoever, guys, I am a licensed realtor in the area, so feel free to reach out to me any way you like, phone, text, email. We'd love to hear from you guys. All right, see you in the next video.